said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. And the Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Michigan's offense will take the field first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdowns.
There he goes! Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Just a little off. Incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
They'll run it from the gun. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Smith. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So you've got to continue to play well within the conference.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down. So the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Back to throw, it's Dotson. Makes the grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're going back to the ground. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoe.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. He splits the uprights. And that field goal is going to tie us up here in the first quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the air, it's Carr. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable. They've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense is going to try to run the ball again here.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Looking for room, it's Maddox. Nice move, create some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Dotson. The screen, and watch out.
This quarterback right now is in the groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab on the left. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The run from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
So here comes the Michigan offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got it in the middle. It's Mills. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. New set of downs after the completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Carr. He uncorks one deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's on target and complete. Spins it. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's got an open man. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Air Force. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Rush is on him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. He's looking deep. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of it.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they go back on top. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so we're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. After the run, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on! Got enough space! And they'll finish the run in the end zone! Touchdown, Nebraska!
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really his guys settle down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Here's a heat. Gets rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Grab near the marker, it's Hansen. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete to the left.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Huskers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Motion from the back. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Dropping back, it's Carr. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just
forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Caught close to the marker, it's Mills. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up field, and you saw that right there.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, touchdown Michigan! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Dotson. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. There's the pressure. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. The defense gets the big stop.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nelson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll run this play from the pistol. Gonna run it. It's Max.
And here's the thing, strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now, and I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator. And his
there he goes! He's at the touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Grab near the marker. It's Farrell. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. He's looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? What a tough break. A potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They're working that left side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to surge it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Back to pass, it's Carr. Quarterback extends the play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. They get the W.